At Apple's peak performance event last week, we were pleased to see the brand new iPad Air joining the tablet lineup. The iPad Air 5 is Apple's mid-range tablet and sits nicely between the base iPad and the more expensive iPad Pro models. This new tablet from Apple boasts the breakthrough M1 chip, ultra-fast 5G, and a new front camera with center stage, and more. In this video, we break down the latest iPad Air and talk about what makes this iPad any different, and is it worth it over any of the other models. It's great that you can get a more advanced tablet for the same price as the previous model, since it retails for $599 just like the iPad Air 4. However, while it's impressive to get an M1 chip for an iPad at that price point, before investing in one, you may want to check its specs and how it differs against other iPad models. Size and shape-wise, it's identical to the iPad Air 4. Just like the previous model, the iPad Air 5 also features a 10.9-inch liquid retina display for an immersive visual experience, with 3.8 million pixels and advanced technologies, including 500 nits of brightness, full lamination, a P3 wide color gamut, True Tone, and an anti-reflective screen coating. The colorways are worth having in the spotlight though, with Space Gray, Starlight, Pink, Purple, and a stunning new blue as the options. The iPad Air 5 still comes with a USB-C connector, but it's not the same one we had on the iPad Air 4. It offers 2 times the transfer speed with data transfers up to 10 GB per second. Importing large videos and photos wouldn't be a hassle anymore. The port also connects iPad Air to a vast ecosystem of USB-C accessories, including external storage and displays with up to 6K resolution. Since we're on the subject of importing files, let's talk about the new iPad storage capability. With its price point and having 8 GB of RAM, iPad Air 5 is surely an attractive option. But you should know that it only comes with 64 GB of storage as a starting point, which is quite limited if you're going to use this as a laptop replacement. It is, however, also available in 256 GB of internal storage, which starts at $749. There were some improvements over the iPad Air, with the rear-facing camera remaining a 12-megapixel f1.8 camera, and all the specs are the same, except for an extended dynamic range for up to 30 frames per second. Although, we do see a notable upgrade in the front-facing camera, which is upgraded from 7 megapixels to the same 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera we see on all the other iPads. This enables one of the additional highlights of the new iPad, which is the ultra-wide 12 megapixel front camera with center stage. Have to move around while on a Zoom call? No problem. Basically, the camera can track the subject as it moves around the frame and then zooms in and out to keep them properly framed. In video calls where you move around, this feature keeps you in the frame and also adds a dynamic feel to the video. Despite having this camera development, the speaker system of the iPad Air 5 remained the same as the previous iPad Air models, having 2 stereo speakers, while the iPad Pro features a more impressive and rich 4-speaker system. This is by no means a bad audio system. In light of such competitors such as Samsung offering quad speaker systems and tablets like the Tab S8, it would have been nice to have 4 speakers. This ultra-fast 5G option is a major upgrade from the iPad Air 4, as it will provide faster connectivity for users who have that service available where they live. For those who travel a lot and do not like to tether off their phone or connect to public Wi-Fi, this might be one of the best advantages of snagging an iPad Air 5. In terms of accessories, there isn't much new. There is still compatibility with the 2nd generation Apple Pencil, which pairs with the iPad and charges on its side. As for keyboards, the iPad Air 5 is still compatible with a smaller Magic Keyboard, as well as options from other providers such as Logitech, since there are no updates on the design. If you want to know more about accessories that can make your iPad experience even better, I made a video about the best ones. I'll be linking the video in the description box below. Now, it's time to talk about the move from the A14 Bionic chip to the M1 chip. Clearly, the M1 chip is unbelievably powerful. It's the same chip we saw on the 13-inch MacBook Air and Pro. According to Apple, its 8-core CPU delivers up to 60% faster performance, and the 8-core GPU delivers up to 2 times faster graphics performance compared to the previous iPad Air. It's similar to what we have on the iPad Pro, and the only difference looks to be the RAM on the Pro. If you upgrade to the 1TB or 2TB models, you get 16 gigs of RAM instead of 8. The iPad Air is only available with 64 gigs and 256 GB, so we're limited to only 8 GB of RAM. The performance of the iPad Air with M1 enables users to do more with the tablet than ever before, from editing multiple streams of 4K video to playing graphic-intensive games and designing rooms in 3D. Having the M1 chip on the iPad Air 5 is truly a great leap in the iPad lineup. The thing that could have been better would have been the storage options and speaker advancement. As you would expect for a tablet that commands a $200 price premium, the iPad Pro has several obvious advantages, such as having better storage options, getting that dual-lens rear camera setup similar to the iPhone 12, having biometric security methods since the iPad Pro uses Face ID via the front-facing camera, whereas the iPad Air 5 relies on a Touch ID fingerprint scanner embedded in its elongated power button at the top edge of the tablet. While both tablets feature USB-C ports, only the iPad Pro supports Thunderbolt 3 and USB 4. In relation to what I mentioned earlier, the iPad Pro has an audio boost from its 4 speakers versus the 2 found on the iPad Air 5. Choosing between the iPad Pro and iPad Air 5 is truly a challenging decision for premium tablet buyers. Although, if you're deliberating on choosing which iPad should you invest in while considering the price point and comparing it to the regular iPad and iPad mini, then you should definitely go for the iPad Air 5. Sure, the regular iPad and mini can give you satisfactory experience with their A9 and A15 Bionic chip and other decent features for a tablet. However, the leap from a good to a better performance should be prominent as the iPad Air 5 has all the features of the iPad Air 4, but with a faster chip like the iPad Pro's, more RAM, a better front-facing camera with center stage, faster transfer speeds, and a 5G option. Hopefully, this helped in giving you an insight into the newest iPad Air 5. In case you missed it, check out our latest video breaking down Apple's peak performance event. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay up to date on all our latest videos. Are any of you picking up the new iPad Air? If so, what color are you getting? Let me know in the comments section down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.